Anybody who tells you that they've started business but they've not learned any lesson from that business, especially doing business in Nigeria, they have not started. Ever since I started Cool Drop Logistics, I have learned a lot, a lot. I've done other businesses, but you see this one, it has groomed me in another way, and I've learned a few. So I'm here to share with you so that it can help someone else. Hi, my name is Miyo Okechukwu, and I'm the CEO of Cool Drop Logistics. So let's dive right into the video. So like I said earlier, starting a business in Nigeria, anywhere in the world really, there are things that you must learn if you must succeed in that business. Starting this Okada business, the first thing, or I want to say one of the first things that I learned, you see, how to talk. Now, anybody who knows me from my little age knows that I'm a talker, I'm a big talker. I talk a lot, okay? But starting a business made me to understand and appreciate the skill of learning how to talk. If I was a very bad talker, not just like you love to talk, but you talk anyhow, I won't last in this business this long, because you see, this business especially, it brings out a lot from you. So if you don't know how to talk to staff, how to talk to customers, how to talk to your fellow colleagues, how to talk to even police, hey God, though. See, we interface with a lot of things every day, and logistics business is not your mate. If you don't know how to talk on any business, I don't know how far you're going to go. So learning how to talk is a very important part of sustaining a business. You learn how to communicate with people, not just talking, like I said. You communicate well, you communicate intelligently, like emotional intelligence needs to be present when you talk. You want to hear from people, you want to know how they feel, you want to understand your customers, you want to treat your staff right, you want to know where they're coming from. You need to communicate well so that people can even help you when the need arises. Not that because you're the boss, because you're the CEO, you talk to anybody anyhow, you get into more trouble. So business has taught me that how to talk is a very important part of maintaining your business. Another thing that business has taught me is patience. Now, my close pals, they know that I can be patient to stupor. But you see, Okada business, hey God, it tested me to the end. I've seen the need to be patient, and be slow to anger. Goodness me. If you're not patient, you see, some persons are not patient. Let's just say it as it is. Some persons are so they are too emotional for their kind of business. The moment you hear one thing, they pick offense. It's just difficult for them to manage some certain scenarios. You understand? So, but patience is key. Patience is going to save you a lot of trouble. Sometimes you want to react. You don't know whether your customer is coming from a bad place and they just needed to vent on you. But if you're patient to listen, you're just slow to anger, you're managing them, you see that you will understand better if you're a little slower with reacting harshly. You understand? I learned patience in a new way when I started this business. And I can tell you that it has helped me a lot, because time and again, there have been situations that if I didn't slow down to, reanalyze it, try to manage it better, plenty things for spoil. So patience is another thing. When you're doing business, you need to learn it. It's a virtue. Learn to be patient, both with your staff, like I said again, both with your customers, anybody you're interacting with. Be patient. Another thing I've learned is that you need to be organized and very strategic with things you do. Now, for my kind of business, you're dealing with riders, you're dealing with customers. Sometimes you're dealing with your fellow colleagues, because there are moments when we help ourselves out to make sure that we satisfy our customers. If you're not strategic with how you do your things, if you're not an organized person, with so many things in life generally anyways, not just in business, okay, you may not hit your goals. Okay, you may not really hit targets because you just find out that things are scattered. You don't know how to route your riders. You don't know what part of the city to keep them, where your customers are based more so that they can easily pick up. Like here in Port Harcourt, there are focal places where you can place your riders, and it will be easier for you to satisfy your customers because you know where your customers are based. You place your riders at strategic places so that once a customer calls, it's easier to just go pick up, and deliver, satisfy your customer. And then you know when to fill the bikes, you know when to service them. You don't service them at the heat of, taking orders. Then you're in the mechanic doing something, and your customers are calling, and then you're not available, or your fuel is finished, or your riders' batteries are off. Little things like this can hinder smooth business running, So we need to be organized and be strategic. Which rider will you send to so place? You know how meticulous a particular rider can be. You know how each rider handles products. You know the weak points and the smartness of each rider. You know where to send them to so that each customer is satisfied and the riders are not worked out. So you need to be organized and strategic. You need to plan out. If you already have booked orders, based on where those locations are. Now I'm talking to people who are in my line of business, okay? Based on where those locations are, you need to know how to share. Okay, you take this, you handle this area, you handle this area. Not that this rider is from going from here to this place to this place. You're just scattering the whole thing. If you're not an organized person, you're not going to do well in business. So this is how it applies to me. Put it into your own setting. Be organized and be strategic, and you see that you're less stressed at the end of the day. The last lesson that I've learned, so this video is not too long, is that you cannot satisfy everybody. Oh, I don't know how to say this again, but it's just the truth. You can't satisfy all your customers. You can't satisfy everybody. In fact, let me even rephrase it. You will disappoint some customers because you are a human being. So take it easy on yourself, for goodness sake. In this business, you cannot do it all. Some days, some customers will give you just one. Some other days, they'll bring 10. And maybe by the time they bring that 10, you already have 50 orders waiting for you. Now, my kind of person, I will tell you upfront, I can meet up this ones now. But this ones, please give me so time. I don't like promising. See, at the end of the day, you just look for a way to reduce who you disappoint, but you must disappoint some customers. It's not every day that they'll say, oh, you came early. Okay, what if you've always been coming early and then one day something happens on the road? Like anything can happen in our own business. Your rider can be, riding to your customer's place to pick up their orders and their tire go flat. And it's not like they just need 2 minutes to pump it. No, maybe they need to change the tube. Maybe they need to even go buy the tube. Different things can happen that is not within your control. And then the customer says, oh, you came late. What happened? You cannot satisfy everybody. So wake up to that reality. What about maybe makeup artists? You're on your way with your makeup and then you just discover that, hey, Chim, I forgot one thing that I need. Or, oh, I didn't see, anything can happen. So be at peace with yourself. You cannot satisfy all your customers. There are days that, hey God, when I first started, even till now, I'm quite emotional. Okay, any day my customer complains that hey, it hurts me, and I've cried a few times because I'm like, no, see, you don't want to see me where maybe I'm behind time, serving a customer. I don't like it at all. You see me, I'm like, no, 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 this customer is waiting. I'm so worried until when I hear, oh, delivered. Oh, like it's not easy, but I've learned that I can't satisfy everybody. I do my best to keep my satisfaction rates above 90. But as much as we are scaling from 100, it is impossible because you are human. You, as the owner of the business or whoever is managing it, you may have done your part right, but something can happen. Just anything can happen. Sometimes riders, get hit by other vehicles and then, delays. Oh, you're going, oh yeah, you're actually early, but Nigerian police. See, anything can just happen. Just be at peace with yourself. You cannot satisfy everybody. And then please, one more thing before we go. It's also related to this last point, so I just needed to put it out there. Your customers may not stick to you. I don't know, this is hard. It's quite difficult to tell somebody, but it's the truth. Especially for my kind of business. It is almost impossible that it is only you that they will use. So until relax. Don't go quarreling your customer. Hey, you didn't come yesterday. I saw you giving orders to other people. Until they cannot use you all the time. Do you know why? Sometimes you are busy. They will call you, you do not pick your call. They place order, you do not respond in time. In fact, I don't even advise any vendor or anybody to have just one logistics company that they work with. Because logistics companies are not angels. Anything can happen, for goodness sake. Have minimum two. You can't satisfy them all the time. There are times when they will need to share whatever it is because they need to reach their own customers faster. So if you have the capacity to take 5, they can't give you 20. They will need to have people to, oh yeah, you take your 5, you take this one. Be at peace knowing that They can't come to you, only you, only you. You're the only person that they patronize. Shoo, calm down. Just make yourself relevant in their lives, that whenever they need good service, they always come to you. But is it because I've seen a lot? I've seen a lot. People are like they quarry their customers for using other business owners like them, like for using their colleagues. You cannot be the only person that they use. Know this and just know peace. Okay, these are the lessons, a few lessons. So there are so many other things. Okay, I can't put them in this, that it will be too much. So any business you're doing must teach you lesson. That's what you use to tell other people now that are coming in, like this, so like that too. So yeah, this is my own story, and I'll meet you in another video. Once again, me Okechukwu, CEO, Kojo Logistics. See you there.